Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me. So I wanted to bring you another video that I wanted to be a reading. Um, so let me just put my disclaimer on this first. This is a timeless reading, could have already happened, could be happening now, or could happen in the future. Um, take what resonates and leave the rest. Sometimes I'll say divine feminine and I mean divine masculine. Sometimes I'll say divine masculine and I mean divine feminine. Um, this can be used as a manifestation reading, so you can listen to this reading, you could claim it for your own. If you want to work with me on twin flame stuff, getting into union, staying in union, attracting love, abundance, success, wealth, peace, joy, bliss, and things like that into your life. If you want to work with me on trauma, family, things like that, relationships, feel free to reach out to me. My information is in the description below, and I would be excited to talk with you to see if we would be a good fit to work together. All right, so let me just get into the reading, and if there's anything that I left out, I will try to tell you as I go along in the video, but take the terms that I um, use them as they make sense in your situation, is what I would say, um, with the masculine and feminine, and things like that. So, divine masculine is in love and seems to be all over the place. So some people might say he has cold feet. Some people might say he found the one, now he's scared. Um, People might be saying a lot of things about the divine masculine, but the divine masculine knows what he wants. He just might have cold feet. Um, and it's important to remember that it's not a game for everyone. The twin flame journey, it's real. People are going through things. They may be struggling. So just bear with people as they do go through things. Some things that are said may be misunderstood. Um, and I felt like I was listening to someone talk today and listening to several people talk, but I'm listening to someone talk and it was just this, felt like I was in the twilight zone. And I was like, is this person really saying this? Am I really hearing them say this? And it was just so far out. But they're not the only ones. And as you know, like I did a video about Mercury being in retrograde starting July 17th. Um, and it'll be in retrograde for a while. And what I think is important for us to focus on is making sure, like I was talking about, communication is tight, making sure that you're saying things and you're not misunderstood. Um, and make sure as much as possible, and you can't control all of it, but as much as possible, making sure that you are um, being understood by others. So it's going to be up until August 10th that Mercury is in retrograde. So communication could be travel, could be technology, could be higher learning, education, leadership, all these different things. That means it could be like, for example, the office of the president of the United States or prime minister of another country or whatever king, queen, boss, manager, these different positions can be affected by Mercury being in retrograde. So Mercury has been shaking things up and looks like it's going to continue to shake things up. Some people, for some reason, seem to be great when Mercury is in retrograde when it comes to like communicating with each other more than other people. I would say, like, one of the signs that I've seen is Capricorn. For some reason, it's just wild. to see this. They're so much better at communication, technology, travel, and a whole bunch of different things when Mercury is in retrograde. It's just interesting to me. And I think maybe that would be um, Taurus as well. I'm not sure why that is, but um, yeah, with Mercury in retrograde, it's doing a lot of things. But I feel like I said, Capricorn and Taurus seem to thrive during these times. They're not the only ones, but it seems like those stick out the most. Um, Now going back to the reading, I feel like I was saying, divine masculine is all over the place and in love. And I feel like lately, divine masculine has been thinking more and more about and being more serious about making a commitment and kind of looking for certain information to make an informed decision about this commitment. And I think that lately he's found it or she's found it if you're working with divine feminine energy. It's just interesting. This is a been a time, I would say, when things are getting done, um, that you're not letting things wait. They're getting on your nerves, they're bothering you. And so you feel like you have to get certain things done. I feel like you're in a place emotionally where you've been actually pretty calm, and even though some things have threatened to disturb your peace, you've stayed pretty calm throughout those um, trials or experiences. And I feel like the divine masculine has as well. I think you're feeding off each other's energy. And so I think that you're encouraging him through the things that you're doing to do more. I feel like the two of you are marrying each other more. And I feel like divine masculine is in love and is getting closer to making a proposal. I feel like this is a time for you to be authentic and genuine. This is something that I've been talking about for a long time. I feel like what this is the year of authenticity, or this season at least of authenticity, where divine masculine and divine feminine are not looking for anyone that's going to be a pretender. They're looking for people that are genuine, not a person that appears to be anything, but that really is. And so I think this has been lately the season of not look like you're busy, but actually be busy doing the stuff that is important. So, for example, if you're an intuitive, or if you're a twin flame or whatever it is, you might be that instead of just looking the part, or instead of being so focused on what you look like, or you're acting like, or what people might think of you, you're focusing on embodying things. You're focusing on, okay, how do I live out this truth? So, for example, if you're saying you're a kind person, well, how do you act that out? Like, are you smiling at people? Are you trying to walk in love? Are you walking in love every day? Are you, you know, doing the things that you know you should be doing if you're a kind person, but not just to look like a kind person, but to actually, like I'm saying, embody it, to live it out, to be in the world a kind person. And when you do that, it's like, this is, it's important that you do that. Just be genuine. Being authentic is weird, and you feel like sometimes you're a broken record saying this to people. Why don't you just do what's in your heart? Why don't you just be honest? Why don't you just be genuine? Why don't you just be sincere? And other people sometimes are looking at you like something is wrong with you, like you got three heads or something, when you're just telling them to do the thing that is true, that is authentic, that is genuine. But I feel like I said, divine masculine is in love, getting closer to making this proposal. And I feel like because he can be all over the place at times, you're looking at him like, what's the matter with you? You know, and he's like trying to get up the courage to say how much he is in love with you and how much, he has these feelings for you that he may not have expressed. And it's just been for you, like a mystery. And so finally, he's getting the chance to express to you how he feels or what he's thinking. I think the communication is more and more lately. I think again the glow up is still ongoing, and other people are looking at him and like you, at looking at both of you like, this is crazy. How do they look this good? How do they look this youthful? How do they look this abundant? How do they look this successful, prosperous? How are they so beautiful? And it's healing, it's doing the work, it's going inside, it's focusing on what you need to be focused on. And when you do that, it's a great thing and it shows on the outside. So like I was talking about, you're mirroring each other right now, which is, for the two of you, it's like weird. You're like, wait, are they doing the same things that I'm doing right now? Are they saying similar things? Are they, what is, accounting for this? And I feel like Divine Masculine is super excited because he's attracted the partner that's just his speed, that really is mirroring him, that is the right amount of expressing their self and like sharing things in public, and also the right amount of being discreet, not sharing all of your secrets with just anybody. Um, I think that Divine Masculine's trying to find a way to communicate, be discreet, hold on. Like, I want to give you everything that you want. It's going to be, I want to take my time and do this right with you. That's the message that I get. Um, I that song was coming up, this song, um last night, these lyrics. I think this group is called As Yet. Last night, you should look up this song. It's an old school song, but the experiences that they have with you really send them to the moon. They feel like they love you to the moon and back. And you might say that to them. You love them to the moon and back, but the experiences that they have really are far out, that they're, when they're having experiences with you, it's like no one else, that they're with, and they know you're the one. And sometimes it's hard for them to express that to you. So being patient is key. It is very important because they're trying to tell you how much they love you, how much they want to be with you, and all that stuff for you. You're also reaching different levels. The two of you together are reaching different levels of falling in love with each other. And it's not like anything else you've ever experienced. I think Divine Masculine was afraid recently that you were not in the same place with him. But now he knows that you're in love, that you're in the same place or a similar place. And now, like I said, he might be a little bit all over the place because now he's trying to figure out, okay, how do I propose, or how do I tell her how much I love her? How do I express how I feel about her? But I think that it's important, like I always say, for you to both watch, read, listen to things that are going to be uplifting, that are going to be um, encouraging, supportive, beautiful things. So doing, and also doing your visualization is important. Maybe I'll do a video on visualization and just how powerful it can be to getting you to where you want to be and achieving your goals. But it's been a very powerful experience for me lately. So I'm looking forward to sharing more with you about the visualization thing. And I feel like every time I get started, there's so many more things come out, um, and are revealed that I need to talk about. So I know I need to do these videos more regularly. But yes, so divine masculine is excited about things all over the place and trying to figure out a way to communicate with you about how he truly feels. And some of it, because like I said, Mercury is in retrograde. For some people, it get lost in translation. Mercury will be out of retrograde August 10th. But as we know, the energy can go on for maybe about a week after that. So just look out for things like that. But yes, again, thank you so much for joining me. As always, I say happy lightning fast manifesting. And I'm going to talk to y'all soon. All right. Love y'all. Bye for now.